June 21st, 2017 is a day that will live in infamy in the beauty community, for it was the day that Miss Jaclyn Hill launched the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe and changed all of our lives forever.
I can't believe that I'm actually filming this video today. Like, you have no idea how surreal this feels to me. I feel like I'm truly dreaming that we're finally here after all this time. I can't believe that I'm actually filming my first makeup tutorial with this palette.
Recently, I stumbled across an eyeshadow palette that I realized I must have. And if your instinct is to say, bitch, you have enough eyeshadow palettes, I want you to know that you're banished. You are banished from this kingdom. I don't need that kind of negativity here. The palette is by Beauty Glazed and it's called Imprestio. But I thought it would be fun to follow Jaclyn Hill's tutorial that she created when her palette launched and see if these shadows even come close to the original.
I cannot believe that I'm actually holding this up still. It's just so crazy to me. I just want to say thank you so much for all the love that you guys have shown this palette on social media. Like, I cannot believe that there's people already posting on social media using this palette. Like, it's just crazy. It's so crazy.
I cannot express how insane this moment was for the makeup industry as a whole. People were freaking the fuck out. Like, we were losing our shit and the palette hadn't even come out yet. Just watching this video, I cannot explain to you. I cannot explain to you how much we're all like commenting, we're all texting each other, we're coming up with plans on who can get online and when and where and how many palettes we can try to grab for each other at once, whoever can get it first. It was fucking bananas. I cannot explain it. It was a moment in beauty that I don't think can ever be recreated. I don't think there will ever be a palette, unless of course one day somebody wants to collab with me and let me do one, that will ever rival the excitement of this fucking palette.
I already have on my base, like my foundation, my concealer, and my powder, and I have on my brows.
So I didn't do any of that. Mostly because I'm going to do like an orange kind of sunset blush tutorial to go with the eyeshadow look. So I'm going to film that in another video. I am just going to quickly prime my eyes off camera. And yes, I'm going to wear this for the entire video because in order to have really sexy bangs, you have to look really unsexy a lot of the time. Okay, so I'm just going to use the Lancome Tin Idol Ultra Wear Concealer. I always use this to prime my eyes. I've used it for a million years to prime my eyes. I know how it performs. It's not going to negatively impact testing these shadows at all. So I'm going to do that really quickly and I'll be right back. Eyes are primed. Slutty Minnie Mouse headband is on. Let's get started.
I'm going to start off with MFEO. It is the 4th shade in the palette. And this is a matte kind of medium tone warm brown.
It's 2026 and this came out in 2017 and I am just as excited for her now as I did then. Like, this is the future. This stuff has already happened and for some reason I'm like, oh my god, your palette's coming out. I'm a fucking loser.
Created the shade specifically for the transition color, which is what I'm doing right now. So taking a fluffy brush, I'm just going to start off right here in the upper. Oh my god, you see those swatches of my palette? Alright.
It really was the age of innocence.
I'm going to make this definitely the most pigmented on the outer part of the eye, but as I blend that out, I'm going to begin to bring it to the inner corner as well, but I'm going to keep it pretty low. I don't want it to come too high up in here by my brow. I'm going to keep it nice and low in this area just so that it doesn't get sloppy.
So the tricky part with this palette is that none of the shades look like they do in the pan, and they are definitely not in the same kind of order. So I'm going to start with the 2nd shade in the top row and use that because this, she says that's a warm mid-tone brown, but it looks slightly cool. I don't really have that. So this is gonna, these are very red shades. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it safe and go with this one here. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna go in with the 2nd shade here. You will tell me I should go with this one, but this one is yellow. So it looks brown, it's not brown. So we're gonna go in with this one. Also, just a reminder, this is an inspired by palette, so this is an inspired by look. It's fine. It doesn't have to be exact. No one's gonna get mad, right, Jaclyn?
What? Like,
in this video, I'm going to be using the Details by Tati brushes. Tati Westbrook was very kind and she sent me all of the brushes, which means that this video contains I have been using them for about a week now. I absolutely love them. But as an aside, I also love Tati. I follow Tati. I followed Tati for a long time. So it's really up to you to decide whether I am an honest enough person to recommend a product by somebody I also love, or if I didn't love them, I would have the balls to say that I didn't love them, even though I love the person. That's really up to you. I understand why you may feel a little bit hesitant to do so, because there are so many scammers and snake oil and people whose balls haven't dropped here on social media. But if you watch any of my videos, I think you get the gist. I'm going to go in with the EX5. It's just a lovely fluffy brush that's really good for the first transition shade. I can't say transition. I can't say transition. I can't say transition shade without making a really bad fucking face. So I'm just going to say the first shade. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. This brush is really, really good for that. It's really great for diffusing and kind of giving a more blown out look without any harsh lines, which is what I love. So this is what we're going to use. So again, I'm picking up product on the second shade there and tapping off the excess, because she really doesn't use a lot of shadow. And like she said, she deposits the majority on the outside, and then when her brush is basically empty, she starts working it inwards. So that's what we're going to do. Here we go. It's looking a little patchy. We have to remember that this was $13. This was $13. It's $13. It was $13. If it's not $13 anymore, I'm gonna look like such an asshole when I post this video, but I'm not gonna go back and look. I'm not doing it. So at the time I purchased this, it was $13.
All right, next I'm gonna go in with the shade Butter, which is the sorry, I'm not meaning to flip you guys off.
I always mean to flip everyone off, so I guess we're not exactly the same, Jaclyn, but that's okay.
The reason that I chose this color, Butter, as opposed to the other ones is because this one does have a lot more of like an orangey, really, really warm tone to it.
Well, really, really orangey warm tones aren't going to be a problem in this fucking palette, but that doesn't look that orangey warm compared to the orangey warms in here. But we'll just swatch. We'll swatch a couple. Okay. Let's, this is yellow as fuck, so we're going to stay away from that. Let's try this shade here and swatch that here. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's try this shade down right here. See, that's orangey, but there's no brown in it. So let's try the one here. Where's a clean finger? I think that's our winner. I think we're going to go with that one. So we're going to go with the second shade. Yes? Is that what I said? What did I say? Yeah, sorry, I lied. The third shade in the middle row. So she went in with a denser brush. I'm going to go in with the ES4 brush. It's got a tapered tip on it. I feel like because these shadows are really pigmented, they kind of want to fly. So I want a little bit more of a precise applicator. So I think this will work best.
Brown, as I want it to be a very kind of orangey and very warm for this look.
Well, you're going to get orange, Jaclyn. Now, she kept this really low in the crease, and it doesn't look like she's packing a ton of pigment on. So that's what we're going to do.
And if you don't have a really defined crease, that's okay. You can just carve it out and you can create your own crease with the shadow. That's what's the beauty of makeup, honestly. You can create your own crease, create a different nose, a different face shape, create whatever the hell you want with makeup. You can create a different life if you really need to. And then
I would love to do that, Jaclyn. Will the bank just like forget about me if I just create a new life? Do I need a passport for that? My passport's expired because I don't really care because I can't afford to fly anywhere anyway. Are you taking this the whole way in? What are you doing?
Just like the first color, I'm going to just lightly bring it in to the inner corner of my eye. And whenever I do this, I raise my eyebrow just because I feel like when my eyes are down like this, I have more skin sagging down in that area. And when I raise my eyebrow up, I can get really nice and precise in there and make it look way more blended. So I raise my eyebrow up and I get really tight in that inner corner.
We's a little bit patchy. We's a little bit patchy. I don't know. Can you see here? Do you see here where this kind of like bald spot is? The pigment doesn't want to stick there no matter how much I'm blending it. And the same on this side. I have a couple there. It's okay. It's okay. Cause you know, $13, $13, $13. We're just gonna do more blending. More blending. I'm telling you right now, this brush is doing so much of the heavy lifting. I can't say enough good things about them. Tati, way to go.
Then I'm going to pick up the shade Pukey, which is right here, the center of the palette. I still can't believe that I actually named the shade Pukey. And I'm just going to run that over everything that I just did because this really warm, like caramel brown is just really going to warm this up.
Warm caramel brown. I don't think I have a warm caramel brown. It looks like I should have multiple warm caramel browns, but I don't. I'm going to try the middle shade next to the shade there. It's very something. That's red. That's red. That's orange. I think our best bet is to go with this shade here. I need something with a little bit of brown. It's slightly red. I might mix a little bit of these two together just to get more of a brown tone. I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to do mostly this and mix a little bit of that in. I think that's the best that we can do. And I'm going to continue to use the ES4 brush because I feel like this is the hero that's going to save this. Look, maybe, I don't really know.
And also deepen it. And I'm just keeping it nice and low in this transition area, of course. I never start anything off high, if you've noticed. I always keep everything very low initially, and then I blend upward once the product is down. I'm gonna
ish. When she had almost nothing left, she started to carry it up a little bit more, so I'm gonna carry it up a little bit more. Fucking patchy. Okay. Can you see that just gap of absolute treason right here? So not even close.
Brush right now, and I'm just going to use this to carve out where I want my shadow to stop so that nothing gets messy. I do this all the time. Almost any time I ever do my foundation first and then my eyes, I always do this technique just because it keeps it so clean. I actually do recommend doing your eyes first though. It can just be a little bit more time consuming if you.
So I'm not going to do that because I don't have any foundation on. We're just gonna move
Now
on.
I'm gonna go in with the shade Roxanne, which is one of my favorite colors in the palette. It is this beautiful, just like kind of deep, very matte brick red.
Red we can do. We can do red all day long. These two are super red. Do they look red in the pan? Not really, but they're super red. Let's go with this one first. That's brick red. Or that one. I think I'm gonna go with that one because this already doesn't look anything like her tutorial. So I'm gonna try to make it up. She goes really red near the end. I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. So that is this shade here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with this color.
I'm obsessed with that color too, Jaclyn. But I don't really have that color. I have this color, which is gonna be nothing like that color, like the rest of this fucking eye look.
And same thing, just gonna bring this into my inner corner.
So what is happening right now is something that's pretty common when you buy like more affordable eyeshadow palettes, is when you start to use a darker shade, it muddies all of the other shades. It kind of like takes them over and it becomes like a shade. It's pretty common and we can fix it, but it kind of sucks because now all that work we've done, like I blended for fucking 20 minutes to get those transitions to work. Hey, I said it. And now they've kind of like been eaten up by this color, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. We're gonna blend it out, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back with the transition shades and kind of carry them up a little bit higher and marry them together just so I have that gradient effect. It's just kind of pissing me off. Also, here's a good example of how you can see where like the patchiness is occurring. That's also a pain in the ass.
Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the shade Hunts, which is such a beautiful, just like rich, intense, like deep orange. It is so creamy and so pigmented. A tiny bit goes such a long way.
Now I know you're saying, wow, that looks so similar. And you would be right, but also I feel like we need a little bit more of a deep bit here. So I'm gonna go in with, that's too cranberry. Fuck me. Why can't I just have a brown? Why can't we just have a brown?
And now with Hunts, I'm just gonna go over pretty much everything in the upper crease area just to really make it a lot more orange as opposed to like brick. Like,
we just have so many choices that aren't the choices that we want to have. So we can go with a kind of, that's very yellow. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. So that is the middle shade in the top row. And she is kind of putting that, mostly packing it. Basically, she's putting them all in the same spot. And hers look like that, and mine looks like that. We're doing great.
I wanted to have the depth of that dark color, but now I want to go in on the whole edge and just basically make it look more like fire.
It's a pretty color. The sheer willpower I am possessing right now to not go and get the shadows that I know look exactly like those fucking shadows is driving me crazy. I should get some sort of fucking award for this.
All right, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of creamsicle, right that on my brush, and just go over the edges again, just to make sure that we have, what? No harsh lines.
Well, there ain't no harsh lines. There ain't no harsh lines, Jaclyn. I am going to go in with this and a little bit of this mixed together. And I pray that it works. Could be worse.
This look up really high. I didn't intend to bring this up like all the way to my brow basically, but whatever.
Oh my god, me too. Way the fuck up there. It's fine. We're fine, Jaclyn.
We're just gonna work with it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with Roxanne, which is this really dark kind of like brick rusty copper shade, and it is a shimmer. I'm gonna pick this up on a MAC 242 brush right here, and I'm also going to wet my brush with Fix Plus. You don't have to do this, but I wet my brush with Fix Plus before I go in with any shimmer. That's how it's been for the past, I would say 2 years at this point. I don't even bother going in with the shimmer without it, just because I like my shimmers to really pop and be extra.
So I'm gonna use the ES5 flat shader brush. Beautiful brush, love this brush. And I'm just gonna grab, I have some, like a little bit left of the NYX Plump Finish with electrolyte setting spray. It's a really, I mean, it's a basic ass bitch of a setting spray. It'll work perfectly. The copper shimmer is going to be an adventure. There are lots of kind of coppery looking shimmers. So let's start with this one here and see what that looks like. I think it's this one. Okay. I think we have a winner. Ooh, fuck, is it too orange? Fuck. Jaclyn, I don't want you to be mad at me. We're gonna go with that one. That is, shit, which one is that now? That is this one down here. So second from the bottom. And just like Jaclyn told us to, we're gonna take our brush, we're gonna wet it with setting spray. I also do this trick all the time, Jaclyn. We're back to being sisters again. How will this perform? What? I don't know. We're about to find out. Holy shit. Did we just save this? Did we just save this? I mean, we didn't, but we can pretend like we did. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Patchy. 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 $13. It was $13, guys. $13. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. I've seen better, but I've seen worse. So after I packed it on, it turned a little pinkier than I wanted it to. So I'm going to add a little bit of this shade, just kind of pat that in there just to get it more of the depth of hers, because I know that she adds other shimmers to the middle and I feel like it's not gonna have the same impact because it's too fucking light, because, you know, I feel like this is gonna make it purple. Fuck. Is that even doing anything? Yeah, that's deepening it a little bit. Yeah, see that? Just that little bit. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. We're fine, Jaclyn. Don't worry, Jaclyn. We saved the day. Can't believe you doubted me. It's fucking rude. I'm just kidding. I love you. I didn't mean to say fuck. I mean, I did mean to say fuck, but not a Jaclyn.
Okay, now I'm going to pick up a little bit of Firework and Queen, and I'm gonna mix both of these together. I don't want it to be super gold, but I also don't want to go in with like that straight copper either. I just want to mix, you know? That's why I put so many shades like this in the palette.
Okay, so how do I want to do this? I'm gonna mix this shimmer with the gold shimmer. No, I lied. I'm gonna mix this shimmer with the gold shimmer, and that might work.
So that you can mix them up and have fun with them.
I'm having fun, Jaclyn. I'm having so much fun. I'm not at all just freaking the fuck out inside.
I'm gonna damp my brush again with some Fix Plus. I'm gonna pop that right here in the center of my lid. Oh my gosh, yes. And I am using a very small amount of product when doing all of this, by the way, you guys. Like very, very small amount, because I don't know, I don't want my lid to be too like rah in your face. Like I want the entire
Did I do it?
eye overall just to be like this really beautiful, warm, blown out smoke. I don't want the lid to be like...
Still don't really want to... Kind of wants to chunk. See the chunk? Look at that. See that fucking chunky little... Fuck. I'm gonna try to fix it. Hold on. Do you see that right there? See that, like... That one right there? It's not wanting to diffuse. which is the sign of not fantastic glitter. With glitters like this, glitter glue is your worst enemy because it doesn't want to blend as it is. You put a glitter glue down and it's going to just sit like a fucking rock. Better. We're better. Fuck you.
I'm just going to wipe away now any of that translucent powder that is still under there. I'm going to move on to the lower lash line now, but
so because she's about to move to the lower lash line, I'm now going to take a makeup wipe and clean up the ends so they're sharp like hers. I'm assuming there's like a wing coming because fuck, why not?
But right now I just want to kind of move to the bottom and kind of get the shape going. Picking up a pencil brush, I'm going to grab the shade Pukey and just kind of connect what I did on the upper lid to the lower lash line. So I
go in with a mix of these two. I think that was the best combination there.
Just kind of connect what I did on the upper lid to the lower lash line. So as you can see, like I have that like wing right there. I'm just going to go ahead and connect that with the shadow and just bring that down.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to grab some Mocha, which is this matte, dark, kind of fudgy brown down there on the second to last row on a definer brush. I'm just going to put that directly on my lower lash line.
That's this one here. I hope. Yeah. Of course, like one of the last shades is going to be the least patchy in the whole fucking palette.
I'm going to pick up a little bit of Roxanne and Hunt, just a pinch of each, just a wee little bit on my pencil brush, and I'm just going to go on this entire lower lash and just blend all that out. Oh yes, honey. Give me that blown out, smoky, warm. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more of translucent powder just to make sure that this is nice and crisp and tight in there.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna do a little bit more work on my upper lid, and I just don't want anything to get messy. All right, I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more of translucent powder just to make sure that this is nice and crisp and tight in there.
That's what she said.
I'm gonna do a little bit more work on my upper lid, and I just don't want anything to get messy. I'm just going to package just a little bit more intense right out here in the outer corner.
I knew that was coming. I fucking knew that was coming. Jaclyn! Okay, it's fine. I know what you want to do, Jaclyn, and I want to do it too, okay? But my palette isn't like your palette. Can we have your palette? Oh, and this is where it'll go to dog shit because they don't want to blend together. You know, MAC brings stuff out of the vault all the time. I know Morphe is new Morphe, but I mean, new Morphe still has old Morphe shit. So maybe new Morphe should get their heads out of their ass and bring back the palette. Like, listen, I know that Morphe's still super popular on TikTok, but it's dog shit. Okay? It used to be the mecca for eyeshadow, and now it's just a bunch of fucking stupid brushes. Ooh, what are you gonna do? Not put me on the PR list that I'm not already on? Go fuck yourself and come out with some eyeshadow palettes and then we can talk. Fucking suck.
Okay, now for highlighting my brow bone, I'm gonna go in with the first shade in the palette, which is in Light. I am so freaking obsessed with this color for highlighting my brow bone in the inner corner. The pigmentation and the formula and the way it swatches is just absolute perfection. If you ask me for a highlight, it is just like so creamy and so satin in the tiniest bit. Like I barely even touch my skin. And it's just so smooth and beautiful.
I don't have that. I'm going to take this shimmer and I'm going to mix it with a fuck ton of this to kind of get more of that icy color that she has going on, it's not gonna work. Do I just skip it? Do I just skip it? Nope. No, we're not gonna skip it. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go balls to the walls. I can do this. Nothing says I need a brow wax like putting highlight up here. Jaclyn, you go all the way across, don't you? Fucking 2017 was a different.
All right, I'm gonna take the same shade and I'm gonna pop that on the inner corner of the eye.
Welcome to 2017, bitches.
I cannot go a day without inner corner highlight. Are you kidding me? I love it.
To be fair, I fucking love an inner corner highlight.
I'm mixing a little bit of the second color in the palette, which is the shade Beam, because it has a little bit of a more yellow undertone.
I'm just gonna add a little bit of the gold to make it more yellow because I ended up having to go pretty hardcore with the pink to get any kind of highlight. So just a little bit of the gold to take out the pink.
I'm gonna go in with Flutter.
So I'm already wearing lash clusters, so I'm not putting on any false lashes, Jaclyn. I'm really sorry. It's 2026 here. We don't really use those as much anymore.
I'm going to put a little bit of black liquid liner in my lower waterline just to really like deepen and intensify this look, which you do not have to do at all. You can just do mascara, of course, and be good to go. But I want to really make this look extra. What's new? I'm going to take a little bit of the Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Liner.
Fucking no. Oh my god, that liner. Fuck, that was a good liner. I don't have it. I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Precision Eye Definer in black. This is just black, right? Yeah. I really love this because it's got a super small fine tip, which is excellent for lining your waterline. If I'm going to tightline my lower lash line, I'm always going to connect it in the top as well, so you don't have that kind of like dark bottom line and then baldy top. Baldy top. You know what the fuck I mean. For my lower lashes, I'm going to be using the Annabelle Skinny mascara. This is my favorite lower lash mascara because look at that fucking wand. I love this so much, but because of just how skinny this wand is, you can really like go back and forth. You never have to worry about it clumping, and it really helps to define them. I have issues because my lower lashes like to be a little bitch from time to time. This is the completed look. Once I put the rest of the makeup on, the eyeshadow really fucking came together. Does it look like what Jaclyn did? No. Would I recommend this palette? Here's the thing. If you just wanted to use like maybe one or two shadows, like one in your crease and one on the lid, yeah, it's perfectly fine. But it was definitely patchy. It definitely muddied together in certain areas. I probably blended for over 35 minutes. It's definitely not a dupe for the Jaclyn Hill palette, but really, quite frankly, I hate the word dupe because nothing really ever is. The eyeshadow does look pretty, but it does take a lot of work. So, but I will say that in 2016, what are we in? Nope, that was when the Jaclyn Hill video came out. It is not 2016. It is 2026. Oh, I need to go to bed. In 2026, formulations have come such a long way. There's really no excuse at any price for eyeshadows to be that fucking patchy. So it's definitely like, I hope that this looks good on camera because it took me a really long fucking time to get it to look like this. I have a list of ones that I would like to copy from all sorts of influencers from back in the day. But if nobody sat through this and put up with my mouth and my pain, I'm not going to do it again because it took a lot and now I have to fucking edit it. So you better fucking like it. Why are they all so fucking red? My screen. My fucking screen. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? The fuck? There's just treachery. There's treachery. There's just been treachery since fucking treachery. What is this? Why? What? Why are you doing this? You're plugged in. What are you doing? Why are you doing these things? What are you loading? Excuse me? Fucking bullshit.